Hey y'all, so here we are in the pink pathway again. I did service announcement, right? I got a microphone from the wonderful, beautiful, impatient gardener. Thank you so very much, Erin. I'm very excited to use it, so hopefully you won't have to hear me say, oh gosh, I hope you can hear me because of the wind and the wind chimes and the plane above my head right now. But we're having a little bit of trouble figuring out how it works. So for now, I'm going back to hope you can hear me over the plane. Okay, so hopefully next video, you'll be able to hear me clearly. I'll be wearing a mic and all will be forgiven. But for now, let's get into these David Austin roses. Okay, so for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you will have probably already seen the outing that we had at Williams Nursery to pick a David Austin rose for my pink pathway. And we went with the Olivia Austin rose for multiple reasons. One, I do want it to stay sort of a manageable size, and the Olivia Austin rose gets about 4.5 feet tall and 3.5 feet wide. So I thought that would be the perfect size shrub to just tuck right into my pink pathway. That and the blooms are delicious. They just look so beautiful and full. And for bonus, my niece's name is Olivia. She's about 1 year old right now. So I thought one day when she grows up and sees this rose, she'll think it was meant just for her. I thought that was really sweet. Some of you know the story if you saw the Instagram live. We grabbed this Olivia Austin rose on our way to the checkout, and one of the employees there said, hey, not to ruin your life, but have you seen the Queen of Sweden? And we said, yeah, you know, we saw it, but decided on this. And he said, if I may suggest that you get the Queen of Sweden. And it completely rocked us. When I tell you, we were like 5 steps from the checkout line. We don't know this man at all. He did not have to. He stopped us to give us, you know, some advice that he's been hearing quite often in the store. So let me show you the Queen of Sweden and tell you what he said. So here's my Queen of Sweden, and I do love the way this is growing upright, and you know, that was the main reason for him stopping us. He said, you know, people really do love the big giant pink blooms on the Olivia Rose Austin, but it's really the Queen of Sweden that wins their heart because of the structure that it grows in. So it being more upright is, I guess, favorable by a lot of people, and honestly it's going to be a little bit more favorable by me as well because it'll make it easier to get around and sort of manage. As some of you know, I do have a bigger property than I did obviously in Brooklyn, but it's still pretty small garden. So, you know, maximizing space is really important to me. So if you saw in the live, you'll know I went home with this Queen of Sweden. I took his advice. I'm really not great under pressure, I'll tell you that right now. I brought it home, but I couldn't stop thinking about the Olivia Rose Austin. So that's how I ended up with both. And I think this is going to be a really cool experiment to see how they grow and any problems that come up. And it's a really true side-by-side comparison. So everybody that wanted me to get the Queen of Sweden got it. Everybody that wanted me to get the Olivia Rose Austin got it. And now I'm going to stop trying to talk over this wind and those wind chimes, and let's get planting. All right, y'all, I just want to apologize once again for the audio issues I was having on this day. It'll hopefully all be corrected by next time, but I'm glad I got to show you where and how I'm planting my new David Austin roses. I'm so excited to share them with you, so stay tuned for my May garden tour to see how they're growing on. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. For my space. There goes the wind. Windstorm. Finished. And now planes. Yep. And now, ooh, that's a bee. Just gotta let it go by. We're in the thick of it now.